Hello, everyone. This is part two of the series of lessons focusing on modes. If you haven't watched part one of this series, please do so as soon as possible. It provides a good foundation for the lessons to come. Also, if you haven't watched any of the other videos on the channel, please do so. I guarantee you will learn something you didn't know about music theory and apply it to your music effectively. Okay, so let's move forward with modes and how to implement them into your music. With music production, you have to understand that the foundation behind your creativity is choice. The more aware you are of the choices you have at your disposal, the more creative you can be with your music. So, to reinforce this concept, think of the carpenter with a hammer, nails, and wood. He could build a house with the tools at his disposal, sure, but how much more efficient with his time would he be if he had a saw, a drill, and other things that can help him accomplish his goal if he was simply aware they were available for him to use in the process? That is the point of modes in music. It's another tool to use in your overall creative process, there for you to use if you simply know the purpose of its use. So let's move forward. From the previous lesson, we understand that a mode, in simplified terms, is a different flavor to your major scale. And you unlock this flavor by simply starting your melody on a different note than the first note in the major scale selected. So, let's extend this concept with one that will help you in selecting your modes going forward. With the major scale, there are specific modes that relate directly to it, like a tree with branches. So, the original major scale is the Ionian mode, which was emphasized in the previous lesson. The modes that are related to the major scale are the Mixolydian and Lydian mode and Ionian mode. Those three modes are directly related to the major scale. So, we have the scale clip up. This is Ionian mode, C major scale. That's Lydian, and that's Mixolydian. And you access these modes by pressing the 4, the 5, and the number 1 key. So the 1 key brings you to the Ionian mode, which is actually the default major scale mode. You press the number 4 on your keyboard, that gives you access to the Lydian, and then the 5 gives you access to the Mixolydian mode. And that's for every major scale that you have available and can access. So if we go with A major, this is Ionian. It's the Ionian mode. If you press 4, it takes you to the Lydian mode and the Mixolydian mode. Now let's go on ahead and to emphasize the concepts, let's go on ahead and elaborate on some of the tonalities and see how it's actually related. So you have the major scale, and if you listen to it, it's very upbeat. Very upbeat, a very just a somewhat of a positive feeling when it comes to this melody, just naturally. So if you press 4, it takes you to the Lydian mode, right? So you're starting on a different note for your melodies in this case. So this is the Lydian mode, as you can see, and listen to how upbeat it is and how in relation to the Ionian mode. Upbeat, just like upbeat, but different start. Same with the Mixolydian. Very upbeat. And these three modes are related to each other. So if you wanted to start your melody on a different note, but you had a rhythm that was an upbeat rhythm already in place, you know that you can use these three modes specifically to kind of counter your rhythm so that there's a consistent energy, which is the goal. So if you listen to any major scale, you notice how naturally upbeat it sounds. That is by design. Naturally, the tones in the Mixolydian and Lydian modes can be considered upbeat modes due to the relation to the major scale. So, if you like this lesson, please subscribe, like, and share. If you like the app, feel free to purchase it for $9.99 at www.soundguns.com. That's www.soundguns.com. See you next week.